All right. Going live, people. What's going on live? This is live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. This is live, uncut, unedited. Let me get my headphones. Sorry. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. Sunday afternoon. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and definitely be glad in it. And we want to talk about why men cheat and who are they cheating on you with. All right, people, come on in. I need y'all to share this video. We need at least 75 people to get started. At least. So that means I need you to share the video at least twice. Once on your page and once in one of your groups. Come on with it, people. We got 27 people on the wall standing, waiting. But we need more than that. Give yourself applause. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Give yourself an applause. Come on with it, people. Come on with it. This is live, uncut, unedited. Come on with it. Oh, y'all got to share it on your page now. I can't do this all by myself now. Can't do it all by myself. Can't do it all by myself. All right, I need some good people. This is a very good topic. Let me see if I can share this video. I'm going to see if I can share this video. All right. I know I can get more than that to share this video. Everybody ain't in church today. Some of y'all laying up. And it's not with your husband either. It's with the other man. Come on with it, people. I got 4 people to share my video. Oh my goodness. That is terrible. 4 people share my video. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. 4 people share my video. Come on, y'all. Let's do it. Come on. What up, Cuzzo? What's good? Come on, people. Haven't even got started yet. I'm just waiting on y'all to come on in. All right. This is going to be a great discussion. I think the ladies going to love me for this one. Ladies, give yourself an applause. What's up, Val? I see you. Come on, y'all. Y'all know what to do. You know what to do. Oh, you saw me out there in Robbins? Okay. Okay. Thank you, Brother Ronnie Johnson. Share the videos. Come on, people. Let's share the videos. Live, uncut, unedited. Live, uncut. You already know what it is, people. Live, uncut, unedited. Oh, man, I got me one coming already. Already. So you ain't wasting no time, partner. Let me know if you got an echo.
No, you know what? I don't hear echo. You sound good to me.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, loud and clear. So let me answer the question as best as I could. It's why do men cheat? And who are the women that they cheat on you with? And first of all, I cannot speak.
Hold on, Vera. Hold on. Let me put this on record. I got to record this. Because I know. Start all over. Go ahead, Vera.
Okay. So, first of all, Martin, thank you for the platform. And to answer the question, why do men cheat? And who are the women that they cheat on you with? Now, although I'm not a man, I have spoken and surveyed well over 500 men in my 52 years of living. And based off of the information that I have gathered from men, the one reason why men cheat is simply because they can. They cheat because they have the opportunity to cheat. Because there's always somebody willing, ready, and able to have your man on the side. There's always somebody that's saying, I don't mind being a side piece. That's one thing. Another reason why men cheat is because it's the selfishness that's with them. It's the dog in them. They cheat because they ain't never satisfied. That lust demon just take over. And it has nothing to do, and I want to knock this in the bud, because so many women think that just because a man cheats, that there's something wrong with the woman that they have at home. A man can have diamonds at home and still find himself out in the street playing with some rhinestones. And what I mean is, again, they will shit in the street, blame it on the dog, and still come on back home. And it's not because sex is not good at home. And it's not even because they intend on leaving home. A lot of times, men cheat. And they constantly cheat for one, again, because they can.
Good evening.
Because they are lustful and because you are available. But they don't never leave home, Martin.
Vera, hold that thought. I got a brother coming. Let's listen to what he got to say. Let's see what he got to say. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Come on, talk to us. Come on, brother. Come on, talk to us.
Oh, yeah. How you doing? So now,
Good.
I think I heard her say something about why do men cheat?
Yeah.
Well, we cheat because we ain't satisfied. I know I cheat because I wasn't satisfied. You know.
Okay. When you say satisfied, explain yourself so the ladies that's listening, so they'll know. Explain yourself.
Well, I'm not gonna go
Well,
too
I mean,
far,
like,
but I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Tell the
wasn't
truth and shame the
satisfied. I
devil.
wasn't happy.
Okay.
You know, it became all about her. I'm living for me as well as you. I'm here to help you as well as I'm doing for myself. I stand on my own 2 feet. You know, so if I'm doing more catering or more concerned about what you're doing, it's a problem. I'm forgetting about myself. And then when the tables turned, she couldn't handle it. You know, so I cheated because I wasn't happy. I wasn't
in what way,
satisfied.
brother? Tell me, in what way? Was it sexually? Was it she didn't look right? She gained too much weight, or what? I mean, we need specifics.
It was all of the above. All of that. You know, just like anything, you got to work to build it up, right? So if I'm planting a seed, I got to fertilize it. I got to put water. It's about the maintenance. You got to keep yourself up. You got to keep the relationship up. You got to keep it spunky and spicy. Once you get something that's the same, mediocre, it don't work out. It's like you're burnt out.
Other words, you saying the honeymoon is over with, huh?
Well, sometimes you can just be burnt out from a person, and that's just what life brings you. You know, you can just get burnt out. You could be having your way with a person, just out of the clip, like, I'm turned off. Something about it just turned me off. You know.
I want to ask him a couple of questions.
Okay, she said she want to ask you a couple of questions. Go ahead, Vera. He can hear you.
Okay. Hey, brother. Thanks for sharing. Real quick question.
Can you hear? He said he here. Go ahead, Vera.
Okay. You said that you cheated because, first of all, you were not happy, and so you dipped out because whatever it was that she, she was more selfish and more concerned about herself.
Right.
And I think I heard you say that, she may have not been keeping herself up to par like she was at one time.
Exactly.
So my three questions is why you were cheating. Did you ever cut the relationship off at home and just go on into the street because you were more happier there? Or was it a time period where you were juggling both balls?
Nah, we had separated because we felt like the energy wasn't right at first. Okay? Then we got back together, and that's when I cheated. Like, you know what? This ain't what I thought it is, or thought it was, because she had demons of her own. So, like, I'm a person that I can feel energy. I can feel when you on bullshit. I can feel when it's a different type of chemistry going on. I'm good with that. My aura is pure, so I can feel it, right? So everything that I thought was true. So I began to cheat.
And how did y'all break up?
I left.
You left. Did you leave her for the lady that you was cheating with?
I did.
Okay. And so,
because she brought me joy. Let me explain that too. The lady that was my side bitch, excuse my French, but my side lady, she was somebody who brought me joy. And honestly, I got to give her respect because she taught me a lot about women. She taught me how to read women. She taught me how to understand them, how their feelings can get hurt by just minute things, how to love better, right? And that's what the sad woman brought me, right? But the main woman was eating me alive. Like, my spirit wasn't settled with her. Although she was fun to enjoy things with, but our energies was different. It was like two negatives that'll never come together, right? But the love that I needed was from the side woman. Now, how ironic is that? I learned to love women better from a side woman, right? So
I've heard that before too, and I was gonna come down that road because I like to speak to the women first that's battling with thinking that they've done something, because again, some men don't cheat because there's no chemistry at home. There are men that's having sex right now with their women and their wives and still having sex in the street, and they're not going to leave their houses for no side piece. There are women that have been a side piece for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, and they still on the side.
And guess what?
However,
Go ahead.
let me ask you this. Are you still with the lady that you left and you was cheating with?
Not at all. Not at all.
Definition. Are y'all together?
Not at all.
You said no, Vera.
No. Well, what happened? Did you cheat on her? Did she cheat on you, or what happened?
Well, we just kind of fell out, and be honest with you, shit, we both was cheating. We both couldn't trust each other.
Bingo.
And I'm being honest with you, right? Let me finish so to make you understand something.
Bag back. Just bag back.
Okay,
I just want to make sure that I'm covering this right.
Yeah.
You left the woman that you was with because she no longer made you happy. And the side dip was taking care of you, right? She made you realize.
No, you know.
Gave you
Pause
everything
yourself.
you need to feed your manhood.
Correct. Hold on. Pause. Correct yourself. Who said something about taking care of me? In the beginning of this conversation, I said I take care of myself. Any woman that's with me, I'll take care of.
I don't
so
mean
I just want you to think
financially.
brother. The words you choose could be misinterpreted. You understand me? So choose them wisely. Now I'm being respectful, but don't do that.
No. I'm with you 100%. So when I'm saying taking care of you, she made you feel good and gave you what you needed
comfort.
As a man.
She gave me comfort. Yes, she gave me the comfort and the attention that a man desires. You see what I'm saying?
And the attention.
I was giving out love. I was giving out. No, you're funny as hell. Check it out. This is what happened. No.
I'm just trying to get an understanding.
We had an understanding, right? That we know the situation ain't gonna last long. So I'm be honest with you. We knew this situation was gonna last long. So by us being in a relationship, we like, look, we're gonna try as hard as we can to stay together because we, this was a triangle love affair, and it really was. Plus, to be 100% with you, I got kids with both of the women, so we tried.
Brother, when you came and you spoke, soon as you entered the platform, you was already naked. I just needed you to go ahead
honest.
and admit it.
I'm gonna be honest, because I'm a man. I'm gonna be honest.
You said to me was that I was with a woman, and I looked at her and said she didn't make me happy. But truth of the is that I wasn't happy and I wasn't satisfied. Period. Because even when I got with the woman that took me from the other woman, I still was looking for love and looking for satisfaction somewhere else, because her and I had an understanding that I guess we weren't going to be faithful to each other. We were still going to sleep around. So I'm just bringing this as a full circle to say that a lot of times men can't point at the woman and say that it's you are the reason that I'm not faithful. You ain't keeping your body together. You ain't making me happy. That penis ain't happy. That penis want to play. And that's the real truth of it is. And who do men cheat with? They cheat with whoever opening up and letting them cheat with them.
Now,
Barry, he said it wasn't about the penis. He said
it was about the penis, because I could get a woman anywhere in any state of this world. I know somebody gonna like me. That's a fact. So it ain't about no sexual. It was about the attention. What you bringing to this table? We supposed to have a union. We're supposed to work together. I'm gonna take care of all the necessities, but you need to do the woman side. Now, I was raised in a 2-family household. I seen my mother and father make it happen together. Unit. They did it together. I seen how it's supposed to happen and how you can have a successful marriage. But today, the tables is not like that, sister. Women put a lot on their man, and then they look at what their friends or what this TV or the entertainment life shows them, and they got this facade of what they think their life should be. Okay, it's good to aim at the stars, sweetheart, but sometimes you need to just aim at the street life because you're aiming too high. Build up. But we don't have that. We don't have the patience. A lot of people don't have patience to see things build. They want a microwave life, right? And so until you get your own understanding, your own realization of how you picture yourself, get grounded first, because people living in the skies. And that's what I did. I had to be 100 with myself. This is my life. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm building up to. If this is what you want, I'm not finna accommodate your needs and harm myself by doing it. That ain't the type of love I got. I want real love, not that artificial love. I'm not here to cater to nobody. But if you worth it, then so be it. But you gotta have some type of quality about yourself for me to love you that type of way. It's just not given. It's earned.
Brother, I'm not here to battle with you. I'm here to get an understanding. And if I were to be real honest with you, the understanding that I have is that I was in a relationship with a young lady that didn't make me happy. Mm-hmm. I moved on to another relationship with a woman that was making me happy. And even in that relationship, I realized that I wasn't completely happy. And I still just had a desire to cheat on her. And sex was involved because I have children by both ladies. Mm-hmm. And if you were to be honest with me now, because we're all grown-ups, I don't know if you're in a relationship now. And are you in a relationship now, brother?
No, matter of fact, I'm the perfect side nigga. Matter of fact, I got a whole project I got out right now.
Hold on.
You gotta understand. It's bigger than this. It's bigger than Nino Brown. This is a whole, it's an episode going on. I got a movie out called Side Nigga Blues. I got a song on Apple Music and all platforms right now called SMB by Marcus Stewart. You can hear it. You can hear the whole story of I'm singing it. I'm singing how I am right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the perfect side nigga. I'm here to aid and assist a woman in need. You know what I'm saying? I like to be Scottie Pippen. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, brother. You slanging like that?
I ain't saying I'm slanging like that, but I'm just telling you some facts about what I've lived. So just hit me out. So you can type it up, Google it, Google me. You know what I'm saying? YouTube it. Go on Apple Music and type it in. You can hear it. And I've done things in my life like that. Like I was just talking to my cousin earlier about it. I say, you know what? I've been through certain things in my life where karma is a bitch. And you gotta accept what you put out in this world because you're gonna get it back tenfold. God is real. And he gives you what you put in his world, right? So I had a lot of side nigga stories. Like, I'm be honest, I have a lot of side nigga stories. And I had to write about it. I had to tell my story through music and through a movie. So yeah, it was at the Soho House. We did a filming at the Soho House about 3 months ago, and it's a big deal. So I'm proud about that. But like I was just saying, not to go off into my personal life, I'm the perfect side nigga. I'm the person that they come and crown, you know, the shoulder. I'm that shoulder guy. You know, you need a, what happened? He did what? Let's go get something to eat. Yeah.
Just tell the truth.
You think I'm telling the truth?
I'm out here slanging.
No,
repeat after me. I'm out here slanging. Just say
no, I'm not. You lying.
Shame the devil.
I don't slang. You lying. I don't do that. I'm a lover. See, that's the difference. You want to make it look like it's a bad thing. I'm your helper. Sometimes women don't be thinking straight. Hold on, pause. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes women don't be thinking straight. Sometimes they just need a man. Like, is my nigga really this type of way? I'm the guy saying, no, don't do him like that. Don't put him on child support. He just needs some understanding. Talk to him this type of way. I'm the real homie. I'm the person that's gonna make sure nobody go to jail. And if so happens she falls on top of me, that's just what happens. But that don't normally happen. I'm a friend. I'm a friend in need.
Boy, you low key pimping, ain't you?
I'm pimping, bro. This ain't pimping, bro. This is not pimping. I'm not pimping on nobody. It's no money involved. I'm just a helper. Like, I wish, like, not to go off track, but I wish I could have helped that young brother or said something to him. The guy who killed his lady, and the other guy up there in Wisconsin, he needed some help. He needed somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? And he ended up killing his lady and killing somebody else and snap. You see what I'm saying? I'm the guy that's gonna say, oh, what are you doing over there? Get up out of there, girl. Or, hey, bro, don't do that. You know she out here.
Oh, one of my people put in a thing. They call you Mr. Still Your Man. You might Mr. What they call Still Your Girl. I mean.
No, that ain't me. I ain't no Trey Songz, bro.
Okay.
Still your man. You say,
girl.
Oh shit, I don't do that.
No, you're not no homo. I already know that, bro. Trust me. Girl, I know that. Forgive me for that. I ain't gonna never disrespect you, brother. Never that. I know
but but I'm telling the truth about this shit. There's a lot of finessing and manipulating going on out here. And when people snap out, that's where it comes from.
So, can I call you Mr. Lover Man?
Can't call me none of that. You call me Marcus. Call me Marcus.
Okay, Marcus.
Yeah,
okay.
Go find my music. Check it out. Listen to it.
Okay.
You know?
Marcus, I don't care what you say. You're out here. You're slanging. That's what you're doing. And any woman that's on here, if you're looking for the perfect side nigga, if you want to get with somebody because you sick and tired of being sick and tired, you ain't got to call Tyrone. You can just call Mr. What's your name, Marcus?
Yeah, Mrs. Mark. Don't call him no names. You got to call him by his name now. We got to respect the brother.
Damn right.
Call him Mr. Marcus.
I'm your homie. I'm your
Marcus.
partner.
Call him Marcus.
I'm something like
Go
your
grab
best
his
partner,
music.
for real.
Hit him in his inbox because he can help you in those places where you're lonely and you need some attention.
I didn't say that.
Now, it may not all be sexual.
No, don't put me out there like that because I don't want that type of attention. I have my own life and the people that I like. Don't put me out there like that. You're something else, Miss Lady. You're messy over there. You're a messy lady. And I can feel your energy. It's nothing positive. No, listen, hold. There's nothing positive about you right now. It's nothing positive about you. You have not said anything good about me. And I haven't been
No, you know what?
disrespectful. And you've been
Now,
throwing
here's the real
darts.
thing, 'cause I
Listen,
keep thinking-
hold on, don't overtalk me. I give you your respect. You've been throwing darts at me, and I'm being respectful. Now, haven't I?
Yeah,
Oh, yes, you have.
You've been very
Okay.
respectful.
Very
Okay.
respectful.
So apologize
and
right
I
now.
commend you
No,
for
so
that.
apologize because you hurt my feelings.
You-
No, I'm dead ass serious. Apologize because you hurt my feelings.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Say it again.
he said he would like for you.
What did he say?
He wants you to apologize because you hurt his feelings. He
I
did.
hurt your feelings? No. Don't be sorry. Don't put your feelings in it because I have
no, but
intentions
you
on
gotta
hurting
be
your
respectful.
feelings.
That's
As
the
a matter
problem
of
with
fact,
women.
if your
See, hold on,
feelings-
that's the problem with you. I ain't gonna say all women, but see, you have a problem. You don't just throw darts at people and think that nobody's gonna catch those hints and things you throwing. You throwing some darts, sweetheart. Now I've been respectful to you, but you throwing darts.
Yeah,
And now you're gonna
take
try
no
to cover it up.
darts.
So don't do
let me
that.
say this because you
We're
can't
gonna
see
be.
me.
We're gonna
But
be.
listen,
You cutting me off.
Don't take no darts.
You see, you're cutting me off. This is not positive. This is not. Energy is all negative. Look, I can feel it. It's not good.
Did you say it's not good?
No, because I asked for an apology. You was disrespectful, and that's the thing that you think to say whatever you can say to a man, and they supposed to accept it. I'm not going. No disrespect. I was raised by real men.
So let me tell you something about me.
See, you still
And
not
if your
even
feelings
listening.
is
You
hurt,
want to
I
go
do
on into your
apologize
story.
'cause I
See,
don't
this is the
have
problem.
no intentions on
See
hurting
that?
your feelings, but I'm gonna call it like I see it. And
But
so
it's lies.
again, even with
That's a lie, though.
I was,
You say I'm out here slanging. You don't know anything about me. You're making a judgment on me that's not true. We're not gonna go there. What I said is I have a project called Side Nigga Blues that's coming out. It's a movie out. I said I got music called SMB that's coming out, and I'm telling stories. But now you want to portray a whole character and make your own story about what you think I am. You're completely wrong. Let me give you the information you're searching for. Can I do that? Respectfully, because I can come at you like you're a bitter woman. Somebody must have cheated on her. Woo, she's hurt. She's coming at, the first thing she says is, why do men cheat? So some pain is in her. It's hurt. I don't want to come at you like that, ma'am. I'm being respectful.
So listen at this, and I'm smiling as we speak because my energy is high, and I always come from a place of love and respect. That's who I am. I'm love and I'm respect.
That's beautiful.
So again,
Jesus will work it out.
If your feelings,
Jesus will work it out. Jesus will work it out.
Wholeheartedly.
She apologizing wholeheartedly.
It's
that's
never
what that
my
was.
Intentions on hurting your feelings.
I was just really bullshitting the whole time. I just wanted you to say that. I love you for that, though. I really just bullshitting with you, you know what I'm saying? Let me light my cigarette up.
He talking.
I was really bullshitting with her, just to let her know that.
I couldn't hear him, Marcus. Say it again, Marcus. I can't hear you.
Go ahead, Marcus. Say it again.
I'm going to call right back. I got a call.
Okay. All right.
But let me say this.
Go ahead.
For other people that's listening. So with me, my point was initially what I said, Marcus. I mean, not Marcus, but Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Is that my heart is for the women. When you say, why do men cheat? I came on and I was very, very clear. And I said that men cheat, not based off of what I know because I'm not a man, but based off of the men that I've talked to, Martin, and I've surveyed over 500 in my 52 years of living. They cheat because they have an opportunity to cheat. That's one. Then they cheat because they're not satisfied with self. And because they are, lust, self-satisfaction, all that play a part in it. And so when the brother came on, no disrespect, because again, I'm not looking at him. I'm talking on the phone. I'm not even on Facebook. And when he came on and he talked about his first relationship, and he said that he left that lady because he was not happy. And he said whatever else he said, I couldn't hear it all. You guys can hear it better than me. Then he said he got with another young lady. And then because she made him happy and she completed him in areas. None of them took care of him because he's man enough and he took care of himself. He was very clear on that. But then he went on to say that he cheated on her as well. And that he is the perfect side man now. Now, if I misunderstood some stuff, forgive me because, again, I'm on the line trying to hear. So I just started to joke with him. And if I was out of line and if he took it personal and his feelings was hurt, please don't take it personal, because I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, disrespect you, or anything. I'm only going according to what he said. And if I took it from the wrong place, then again, it's no disrespect, because that's not my platform, Martin. I don't come to disrespect people, but I call it like I see it. And based off of what he said, my thing to women is that every time a man cheats with another woman, they can say it's because you don't make them happy. They can say it because you may have gained some weight, or you this and you that. But that ain't always the case, ladies. So stop beating up on yourselves. Now, are there women out there, Martin, that do let themselves go all the way to the left? And are there women out there that's not willing to perform and do the things that they man need at home? Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, I know you got some more people that want to jump onto that call. I'm just listening in because I think this is great. And I think it's going to help some people and help some people, Martin, because we need it. Now, let me ask you a question, Martin. If you were to tell why men cheat, and what are some of the reasons that you know, not because you may have personally did it, but because of what you know, why do they cheat? Who do they cheat with?
Well, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to keep it 100. Men like whores. They like it. And okay, let me explain that. Men, we use our imagination. Now, don't get me wrong. We don't want to take a whore back home. I'm saying whore with a W, trying to be respectful. And we don't want to take that back home. So any filthy desire that we have, we want to do that with a whore. Right? We don't want to marry one, just like a whore may say, I ain't gonna marry no trick. And we feel the same way. If we mess with a prostitute or whatever, it's just for pleasure only. Not to marry you, not to have a baby by you, but just to act out our ugly sexual desires. That's what it is. It's all lustfulness. That's what it is. Also, some men, if they feel like they can cheat just like the woman and get away without nobody knowing, they'll do it. They'll do it. I'm telling you. Now, y'all know I always use my little analogy. You hold up a glass, and it's like when you pour some water inside of a glass with no bottom, you can never fill it up. It's because of lust. It's lustful. A lustful man, you could never satisfy him. You can be Janet Jackson. You can be Beyonce. You could be Toni Braxton. Anybody that you think that's a 10, a perfect 10, you could never satisfy him, because he could just got through doing everything in his mind imaginable in the bed with you, and get up, wash up, clean up, and go to the mall and look at another woman like nothing never happened. His appetite is corrupt. So I'm telling you, you speaking from a 53-year-old man. Now, he don't want to marry that type of woman. He want a clean woman, a trophy on his arm. But I'm just telling you, and what keeps a man not to cheat on his wife or his woman is because his morals. He have self-control. See, I'm not impressed with a man or a woman cheating because they know they can get away with it. I'm impressed with a man and a woman when they know they can cheat and get away with it and they don't do it. That's a real woman and that's a real man. When they know they can cheat and get away with it without nobody ever knowing, but they said, no, I'm not going to lower my standards. That's a beautiful person there, both male and female. I'm comparing them both right now. They both. So that's just me speaking from out experience. I've been there, slept with this one, that one, this one, and that one, and still wasn't happy. It's just, I just wanted to act out my lustful desires. Didn't want to know who she was, didn't care to meet her mother, didn't care to meet her father, don't care how much money she got in the bank, Don't care how much education she possessed. Don't care what she got. I wanted what I wanted at the time when I wanted it. I was having a conversation with a sister. I remember them times when I was in clubs and stuff and looking to come up with a female. And when I said come up, a one night stand, just have a little fun. And if I strike out for the night, I said, well, you know what? I can go over so-and-so house. She loved me. She'd let me in 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going on over there. You know what I'm saying? Going over there and do whatever I want to do, which my mind was somewhere else. Because I wanted this new chick. Because, see, men, we are hunters. So I'm telling the truth and shame the devil. We love to conquer. That's what we love to do. And I'm gonna go back to the garden. Adam said, he told God, it was the woman that you gave me. He blamed it on the woman. And you hear a lot of that today. We blame things on women. I'll say it's both our fault, not just the woman. So I hope I spoke volumes to somebody. I hope what I just said can cause somebody to look at life a little different. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. My life has not always been perfect. It's not even perfect now. But one thing I've learned by having 4 daughters, I think in my mind, I was like, man, I don't want nobody to do my daughter like this. That's what I'm thinking. So I do right by women. I'm telling you. If I can't treat you right and do right by you, I'm not going to mess with you. I'm not going to start nothing with you if I can't finish it. Just me. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to be known as a person that always taking advantage of a woman because I can. I got the power to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. I got daughters because I believe in karma. I believe in what comes around goes around. I believe whatever man sow, that also what he shall reap. That's me, Vera. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You still there, caller?
Oh, you think I'm not? Because the way you just hit the ball off the park, I was looking for Babe Ruth. Like, is Babe Ruth? Where is Babe Ruth? Because you just hit his ball right off the park. Martin, that's what people need to hear. We need to hear the truth. Because here's again, is we got a lot of narcissists, a lot of narcissistic people in this world. And why you can't be good to people who don't understand good people. Some people understand misusing people. It's okay to use people. But when you start to misuse people and then blame it on them for your own shortcomings, it's a certain thing about you reap what you sow. And again, I want to take it back to the last caller because I don't never like to leave anything misunderstood. If that brother took offense to me personally, like I know him or know anything about him, not only do I apologize 100 times, but I apologize because I should have been able to get my point across better so that he didn't take it personal and that he did not understand that this was not a personal attack for him. And the other thing that I would like to warn him is before you step on anybody's platform telling your story, know that your story going to hit in a few different ways. And people are going to have their opinion as it relates to your story. And it ain't never nothing personal. It is what it is. We all have our measurement of understanding. And even when he said, I can look at you and call you a bitter woman. She's hurt. Baby, I'm 52 years old. I done had some heartbreaks. But one thing that I understand about a heartbreak and one thing I understand about hard times is that we all have them and we go through things. But for me, I understand how to take lemons and make lemonade. I'm going to add me a little sugar to it. And we all going to drink and be happy. I understand about life feeding me a tough titty, but I need the milk. So I ain't never, not one time, ever holding a man to the torch for any misunderstanding or any agreements, agreements that we had. Every relationship I've been in, I embrace it because it has made me to be the amazing queen I am today. And I ain't never mad. And if I am mad, then we're going to use it in another way, and it's going to be motivated and determined. That's how I use mad, motivated and determined. But it ain't never with hurt, bitterness. I can't carry that stuff around. It's too much weight on me, and I have to travel light. So, Martin, go ahead, get some more people in.
Okay.
This is a good conversation. I appreciate you, brother, and keep doing what you do like only you can.
Thank you, Vera. Thank you so much. Likewise.
Yes,
All right. And the church say amen. Amen. Come on, clap it up, people. Clap it up. Clap it up, people. Clap it up. Clap it up. People, this is the truth. If you don't want to hear the truth on this platform, you might as well find somewhere else to go, because we're going to tell the truth and shame the devil. I'll tell you, that was my partner, Vera Giles Norris. Many of you guys know her from Missing Please Come Home. You know her. She spoke today. She spoke. So I'm looking for another person to come on live and come on talk to me. Okay, Dr. Sanders. Okay, Dr. Sanders, I need you to log out of Facebook, Dr. Sanders, and log back in so I can bring you in. That's what I need you to do, Dr. Sanders. Log out of Facebook and log back in, then I can bring you in that way. Send me another request. So I'm hoping that these women listen. Listen. You might learn something about a man. You know, men will go outside of their relationship with their woman and go out and perform some ungodly sex act. Is ungodly because you're not doing it with your wife. Instead of talking to your wife about what you want done in the bedroom. So people do that. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And I'm going to tell you another secret, women. The same thing it took you to get them, you better do the same thing to keep them. If you had a nice shape back then, keep that shape up. Keep it. It might not be as same as, it might be not 100%, but keep it at 80%. No less than 75%. Keep yourself up. Because, man, we are visual. We very visual. And I'm just telling the truth. Because I can speak from a man's point of view. I'm a grandfather and a father. So I love to tell the truth. If you listen to me, you might learn something. All right, it's my sister right here. Come on, sister, talk to her. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
You know what? Let me go here.
Go ahead, sister. I'm like a little kid now. I'm finna listen.
I'm going to go into familiar territory. Let me share this.
Come on,
when
sister.
I was married to my first husband, I was 23 years old. His mother told me he's not ready. And I said, okay, but I believe in what he's telling me. And she said, listen to what a mother is saying. He's not ready. So at 23, regardless of what she said, I believed in what he was saying. I was giving him a chance. But after 12 years, and he decided as a police officer to mess around with a poho.
A stripper, right?
There you go. And
or 304. Go ahead.
My oldest son, I guess he was frustrated with the fact of, his father lying to me. He said, well, mama, go drop me off at daddy's. Where daddy is at? I said, okay, cool. He said, he's over here. Well, I caught them in the act of adultery. She told me I was just a bimbo that had a bunch of kids by him and that she was going to be the real wife. And she bumped me, Martin, and I lost it and I broke her nose. The mistress, he talked the mistress into taking me to court because of an identifiable woman, which my name became on the court papers, to literally, I went back and forth to mediation. I lost my job dealing with a stripper who later on, the state's attorney, my attorney, I had a Jew lawyer, who we went to court, the state's attorney found out that the woman had a rap sheet as long as a dictionary. And the female judge at 111th and Pullman said, if you bring this wife back into court again, I'm going to lock her up and I'm going to find her talking about the mistress. Then he wanted to come back home. I said, no, because you've been with somebody who has been with other people. That's what he did. And I'm like, I went through so much. That's why my children are so confused about a lot of stuff. But his mother told me 20 years later, I apologize for believing in a lie that my son told me because he wasn't right. And you know what I told him, Martin? I apologize for not listening to you because you told me he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. I found a lot of men in the church, Martin, that are forced to get married, and they end up having extramarital affairs because they're not in love with the person that they say they got. Church boys play, Martin. Let's be real. Church boys want
Yeah.
to go around and mess around with other girls and see which one is a good one. They do it all the time. But a lot of them, Martin, end up being in marriages that they are not happy with, which allow these people to cheat. There is a lot of them in the church world that I know, and I would never just, tell their name. But they'll say, my daddy made me marry this woman because she got pregnant. But does that mean you got to go cheat? Some of them was under the slavery of their parents, which literally did a whole lot to their mental psyche. So a lot of them become attracted to other women. You see?
So
And see,
let me ask
somebody
you a
asked a
question.
question, said, well, why did he cheat? Why did my ex-husband cheat? To this very day, he was a police officer. You want the truth? A whole lot of cops to wives, whether you want to accept it or not, because they had to they stripped him down because of the court case. He was still in his 20s. Mind you, we were still in our 20s. I had babies by him. Anything I could do, I thought of I could do to make sure that he was okay, it still wasn't enough. But also, he was not raised by his mother. He was raised by his sister. So the lady asked the question, because a lot of cops cheated. Yes, and because they want to. A lot of them want to. No matter what you got. I'm not happy. Now, Martin, you mentioned about morals. How many were raised on morals?
Good question.
That's you know what I'm saying, Martin?
But let me say something, Dr. Sanders. Now, I was raised right, but it was once upon a time in my life, I didn't care nothing about what was right and wrong. If I want to do it, I'm doing it. I mean, I knew better. I'm just keeping it 100. I knew better. If I wanted to screw and sleep with this chick, I'm going to do it. I don't care about nothing. I'm going to do it. And listen, I can't blame it on alcohol. I can't blame it on the weed. I can't blame it on none of that.
That's right.
Because I've always been sober. I've been sober all my life. It's something that I just wanted to do.
That's
my
right.
lustful desires. My
Be honest.
passionate
What you
desires.
say? What you say?
Yeah. My lustful sexual desires.
Now, guess what? Contingent to that, the lustful sexual desires, when you get with one woman and lustful, and you go to another lustful woman and another lustful woman, what is it called, Martin?
Woo, that's just lustfulness. That's what is that called?
Soul ties. Because you grab
soul ties. You're right.
everything from that one woman to another woman to another woman. It's like dominoes. Because women, let me tell you something. I'm finna go here, Lord. Y'all gonna put me off. Y'all can put me off. Please do not buzz me, Martin. There are women that love black men that have strong penises, honey. It drives them crazy.
Yeah, that's part of it. They can't say they don't. They can't say they don't. They can't say they don't, Doc Sanders. They cannot say they don't. Trust me.
They love it because what happens with the white women? The white women love a black penis. Drives them bonkers. So when a black woman get with them, why do you think you got all these domestic violence cases going on right now? What is really, besides murder, rape, molestation, burglary, what is the biggest court cases? Is domestic. And domestic is what? Fighting over what? Oh, man.
Yeah, hold your cord close to your ear because I hear a lot of static. I think it might be on your end.
You hear what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
The domestic courts are lined up with what? Cases full of what? She fought over him, and she fought her and her fault together because of him. Like you said, lust makes people crazy, Martin. So if you was not brought up in moral or taught moral, you won't understand the difference.
Hold on, Dr. Sanders. Hold on. Let me say something. Hold on. Let's take a break here. Now, is it really love or is it lust?
Is it really love? Why do I?
Come on now, Dr. Sanders. We both grown. We sisters and brothers. We love each other.
Look,
You know what I'm saying?
if you want, like you said, men size women up, women size men up. I have an old friend. She was fast. That girl knows she was fast. And you know what she said? She said, "Girl, if you don't talk to that guy, I'm gonna get him." And I'm like, "You gonna get him?" Because she was sizing him up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's lust, which is totally different from love. Like you said,
Okay, because we don't want to confuse the two, because sometimes you got both men and women. We associate great or good sex or climax or comment
with lust.
With love, and that's not love.
It's not love. It's not love. It's love.
It may have a little portion of love, but it's not love. It's not love.
Because that feeling, if you look at it, do a dog fall in love with another dog when when two dogs are mating? You don't see those dogs get married. That male dog go to what? Each female dog to get what? He get his rocks off. That's love. Like you said, you wanted to. God gives us a decision and choice to do what we want to do. It's up to us how we handle it and how we deal with it.
Yeah, because some women have masked their feelings where they can sleep with a man and don't develop no feelings, and you guys vice versa. But let me say this, woman. Let me say that I'm 53 years old. I'll be 54 if God let me live to see it in October of this year. I don't care if a man later, I'm speaking from a man's point of view. You can't tell me nothing about a man because I am that. I'm more qualified to speak on a man because I am a man. Now, I don't know how I feel for a woman to have a monthly cycle. I don't know how I feel for a woman to give birth to a child. I don't know how that feel. But I can tell you how a man feel. And listen, men, let me just say that real slow. Men, I'm trying to figure out how I can word that and I keep the language right. I'm gonna tell the truth and shame the devil.
There you go.
Men, look at men, we if we lay down with a 304, y'all know what I'm trying to say, or whore, whatever, 304. We don't want to get knocked off Facebook. Once a month, 12 times a year. Now, we know she's not marriage material, but we will develop feelings for her. You cannot continue to lay down with somebody and don't develop no feelings. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
Both males and females. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
So it's going back to the soul ties. That's a lie. I'm telling you. So men, if you out there running in women that you say you don't like, trust me, you like them because you keep going in them.
Wait. Say that again, because let me tell you, he got her pregnant when we were still married. She lost the baby. She went back to make sure, after he was still trying to reconcile his family, basically, Martin, she literally got re-pregnant again, and he had to hurry up and force the divorce because she would have exposed him and he would have lost more than what it is, which he ended up losing anyway because his job ended up turning him years later. So my thing is that, see, I tell the truth. I don't tell you no story. I tell you from the experience that a lot of men that I know, even male friends that I have, they literally tell me, they say, look, if my wife not satisfying me, you can't go without satisfying. If you married, you cannot let your wife or your husband go without anything. You don't have no right to punish each other. But if you allow them, because the Bible says not for temptation to be taken by anyone. But if you allow that person to be tempted,
I hear you preaching.
You understand what I'm saying? You don't have that right. That's why even though the man has a presiding over his wife and the wife over her husband, if you punish your wife, you are against God's word. That's why why do you think a lot of marriages in the church are falling apart? Because everybody doing their own thing, Martin.
Yeah.
They can't talk about the world. The world is supposed to do what they're supposed to do because they are not under the word of God. But you have a lot of problems that a lot of these young boys right now do not understand how to be husbands, what to do. They're not taught. Men like yourself, Vera and other people. I don't know what the other guy seemed like he was talking somewhere, and I was trying like, where is he going? So my thing is that God gave us choice. And if you want to have sex with other people, menage a trois, group sex, and all that, that's a choice of your own. You cannot say what the late Flip Wilson said, the devil made me do it. No, you did it because you wanted to. But there are people also that war within their spirit to try not to go that way, Martin. And they're forced.
I agree.
They're forced, brother. They're forced. But I know within the church, even a lot of people, they go up, these men, Martin, they be in their 80-year-olds. You man a 20-something-year-old. So my whole thing is like, you marry somebody for what? Because let me explain something to you, Martin. If you 70 or 80-year-old, what the hell you gonna do with a 20-something-year-old? Your behind ain't gonna never have no erection. You ain't gonna never have nothing. I'm sorry, Martin.
Yeah, listen. It's just a fantasy, sister. You know what it is. It's just a fantasy. They give him all his money, and when he dies, she can collect his benefits. That's all what it is. Because you better believe it. She got some gunslinger on the side. Trust me. Or some toy with a battery operated, and I'm trying to keep it clean.
Do you know what?
You better believe it.
That's the biggest selling item because one of my friends, she's no longer in the same area of the Church of God in Christ that I'm in, but she went to a bridal shower. She said, sis, I sold over $1,000 worth of dildos. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And she said, yeah. And you know what she said? The women were not satisfied because their husbands was not giving them what they wanted. So they turned to the plastic boy toy. I'm like,
well, let me say this.
I don't even like going to get speculums up in me when I get my yearly physical.
Dr. Sanders. Let me say something. I had to get your attention. I'm sorry. Listen. There's not a man out there can keep up with a dildo. I'm sorry. I'm not going to compete with no dildo. No, I ain't going to compete. And you ain't going to kill me, no way. I'm just keeping it 100, sister. Hey, is there any children on here? Because I'm sorry. This is adult talk. This is adult station right now. I can't keep up with no dildo. As a matter of fact, listen, I'm going to go a little further than that. Them dildos, they so long. Listen. I got to call her back. Lord.
Go ahead, Martin.
Y'all just started something up in here. Caller, go ahead, caller.
Martin, I had to call back in. Y'all talking about vibrators, lotions, and creams.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. This Vera again, y'all. Come on, Vera.
Listen, you know what? Now, a lot of people, and I have to tell the truth and shame the devil, for 19 years straight, I'm known as Vera's Toys. So I worked 19 years in selling vibrators, lotions, and creams, and I did toy parties and sold vibrators, lotions, and creams, and my message was that I do not promote sex without marriage, and you're not supposed to use a vibrator unless you're using it in the company with your husband or if y'all got an agreement. But let me say this. I respect a man that don't mind a doctor's bag. And what do I mean by a doctor's bag? It's because a lot of times men cheat and women step out because they're not satisfied with the sex that they're receiving from home. And if you are a woman, and if you know yourself, you may be concerned about a lot of things, but how you going to get your penis let me be careful how I'm saying this because we on
Right.
a filter. But I tell you what, you won't be worried about. You won't be worried about how you can get it, when you can get it, and where you can get it. Not as
Vera, don't be giving these women no ideas. Go ahead.
because a lot of times these men are saying, "Oh, I wasn't, you wasn't, baby." What you talking about? Because you won't be able to tell that lie. Now, if you want to go and get it out because that cup is still half empty, that's one thing. But ladies, don't ever let it be that they're saying that you wasn't fulfilling at home. And here's what I have to say to men, because we're talking about why men cheat, but there are a lot of unhappy women out here too.
Mm-hmm.
Because the truth of the matter is that women can look up longer than men can look down.
Hold on. Hallelujah. You know that's right. Go ahead. That's the truth.
We can. And so there are unhappy women out here. And what I say to men is that one thing about a vibrator, one thing for certain and two things for sure, a vibrator can't never hold a woman at night and say, "I love you, baby."
Okay.
Let me whisper some sweet nothings in your ear. Let me touch you in some places like you ain't never been touched. Let me go get you a glass of wine and rub your feet and put this hot oil on you. No, a vibrator can't do that, boo.
Okay.
What a vibrator does is just add a little bit more excitement in the bedroom, if that's what you and your husband desire. Because what go on in your bedroom is what, Mark?
It's your business between you and that person. Listen, the
bed
Bible
is
said the marriage
undefiled.
bed is undefiled. That's yeah. What happened there?
And it just the car must have dropped. But that's what
It must have
and you know
dropped.
what? And see, but this is the thing. A lot of the women end up in that situation. If you remember Tyler Perry's movie, A Family That Prays Together, Kathy Bates said while her husband was going off in room 609, she was having a few of hers. It shouldn't be when you're married. But if you get to that point that you have to, then you should not get married. Going out there and sleep around who you want to sleep with and get all your satisfaction. But understand that soul ties is real. And those ties are demonic and they come in your soul. And it's hard to get rid of except through deliverance. But a lot of people have different reasons, Martin, especially in the church world. I done seen it too much.
Well, I remember I was dealing with a woman when she told me she messed with toys. It turned me off. It just turned me off because I was like, man, I ain't gonna be able to compete with no toy.
But some of them, if you don't take care of them, Martin, will cause a woman to have an infection. See, it's plastic. We talk about plastic here. Battery operated,
right.
BOB, battery operated boy toys. So the thing of it is that a lot of those things that cause infection is not good. That's not what God created.
Hey, Dr. Sanders, let me get this other young lady
Go ahead.
on here.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much. Give Dr. Sanders a round of applause. Thank you, Dr. Sanders, for your honesty and for your truth. Lord have mercy, I got a red bone on here now. You know, I don't like no red bones. I'm just playing.
Whatever.
How you doing, sister?
Whatever.
Now, listen. Hold on before you get started.
You got to be going.
Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
Men cheat because they want to. They cheat because they want to. It's like, we are sexual human beings, men and women. A man could be in a relationship and the woman he with could be doing everything sexual to him and everything else. She could be making the bed, cooking, cleaning, doing everything. He just wants to. He wants something different. Some people just always want something different. Now, he shouldn't have gotten married if he wanted something different, but they do.
Could I say something?
Sure.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Now, as a man, speaking from a man, now, do you blame yourself because the man wants something different? Do you think it's the woman's fault because he wants something different?
No, not at all.
Okay. Because some women blame themselves and say, well, I cook, I clean, I suck, excuse my language. I do everything. I let him do everything, such as that, and he still go out there and cheat. So, woman, it ain't you. It's
No.
just that brother is lustful. Go ahead.
A lot of times, men who are lustful like that, before that woman married him, she knew that. She knew he was lustful, but you know, sometimes women feel like if he married me, chose to marry me, chose to me to bear his kids, he gotta love me more than he loved the other women. Maybe some point that is true, but at the end of the day, you got a vagina, and so do them other women do too. So what happens is, yeah, he's gonna play the family man. He's gonna probably take care of the home and all that, but he's gonna be screwing different women. And see, you have some women, and I'm not bashing married women or women relationships. They sit there and say, "Well, the woman he cheating on me with is a whore." But if he's sleeping with her and sleeping with you, guess what? Y'all sleeping with the same person. You are too. So you can save yourself and be, this good girl, or you could divorce him or leave him before he gives you something. Because you have so many women that sit there and say, well, she a hoe. Well, again, if he's sleeping with her and coming home sleeping with you, he's sleeping with all y'all. He's going to bring both of you all something, because she's not the only person he's sleeping with. He's sleeping with other women too. Men who are greedy and sleep around, they're not just sleeping with one woman. They're cheating on you with several women, because he always looking for something different. And I remember this guy told me, he said it never was meant for a man to have just one woman. He was supposed to have several women, because there's more women on the planet than men are. And then they say, well, it's how many women he can take care of. But let's be honest, a lot of men, some, not all, don't have enough to take care of one, or they feel like that one woman wants too much. So, of course, they're going to try their best. Okay, I'm going to take care of my wife and take care of my family, but I'm going to get another woman, twos and fews. And then you got some men that's bold enough, they take care of the side chick way better than their house and home. Because the thing is, they're not just having sex with another woman. They're paying this woman. They're paying her bills. They're doing everything because of that lust. A lustful man will do whatever to get that feeling, especially if she's giving him the rock in his world.
Hold on, sister. Hold on. I got somebody else on the call, but I want you don't go nowhere. I just want to hear that. Come on, Leslie. Go ahead.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, it's Leslie Brown. Go ahead.
Hey. I was calling in because I'm not going to say I can tell you why, the reason why a man would cheat. But what I can tell you is what a woman can do to keep it spicy in the bedroom. I'm going to try to keep it real clean. Now, as I was looking at the video, as I was looking at the platform and everything, everybody was saying, oh, well, if this is not done in the bedroom, if that is not done in the bedroom, I'm going to tell you about me. One thing about a woman, you got to keep it spicy in the bedroom. So if you got to pop on a different wig every now and then, do so. If you got to put on some sexy lingerie and just kind of do some role play with your husband, as I say, husband, not boyfriend, you can do so. So just keep it spicy in the bedroom, and I don't think you will have a problem. That's all I got to say.
Well, that's not true, sister. I love you.
Surely not. That's surely not.
If that lustful, hey, Leslie, if that Negro, excuse me, I said Negro, got lust in his heart, I don't care what you can spin on a pole. You can, hey, listen, you can have group sex, bringing somebody else in the bedroom with you. He's just a lustful demon. He got a demon that take a hold of him, sister.
That's true.
So don't blame yourself. Yeah, go ahead.
I agree. You're right about that. But,
it ain't nothing wrong with keeping it.
If he have a lust demon, then ain't nothing you can do. You're right about that.
Get rid of him. That's what you can do. Get rid of him.
I mean, that's good. I mean, if you don't have lust, you all good.
That's what I'm
if it's your husband, you all good. I mean, you sexy, but yeah.
But you know what? You got a lot of women. I'm telling the women, too. Don't be afraid to keep it spicy.
Right.
Like you said, you did say you have to be able to communicate and be comfortable with your partner.
Right. When it comes to sex. When it comes to sex. You got to be open.
You got to be open, yes. So keep it spicy. You got some women scared to put a lingerie on, scared to go to Victoria's Secret, scared to put a little wig on.
Hold on, lads. Let me tell you what experience I experienced. Now, when I used to date a young lady, and so we would discuss like, what you like in the bed. Well, I'm not gonna tell you, you're a man, you should know. Come on now, you know what I'm saying? Help a brother out. You know what I'm saying?
Help a brother out.
Yeah, you're right. And it's like they put that. Well, you're a man, you should know. every man don't know.
No.
Certain men don't know how to touch a woman, hold a woman, and what to say to her, how to caress her. You know, they don't know. See, sex is body language too. You know that. Y'all know that. It's body language.
It's
Now,
connection.
listen. I have had. I'm finna keep it clean. I've had a woman. I have asked a woman to give me oral, right? I didn't say it that way. I didn't say it that way. You know what I'm saying? And it turned her off. You know what I'm saying? Because
You
I'm
shouldn't have
serious.
to
It
ask.
turned.
She's supposed to
I
do.
know,
You
but
ain't
I'm
gotta
just saying.
ask. She's supposed to do.
I know, sister, but I'm just telling you what. I'll tell you the experience. One experience I had, it turned off. It wasn't that she don't do it, but she didn't like the way I said it. So that's another thing. I mean, it's all different. I'm just keeping it 100. Keeping it 100, sister.
And you know what? And that's the thing. You shouldn't even have to ask. You should already know.
You know to
Yeah.
do.
Because when you have that man, you supposed to know what he like. You supposed to know how to turn it to the left side, turn it to the
Well.
right side, and everything else. So one thing about it is you got a lot of women that's afraid, but they gotta let their hair down and do what they gotta do. You know. So most definitely, you know, you shouldn't even have to ask. But see, when you pleasing your man or a woman, when the woman is pleasing that man and when the man pleasing that woman, you have to become a whole different character to please that man or woman and enjoy it while you're doing so. So I'm on, you know, I don't want to get down.
Okay,
too deep,
no,
but
don't get too
that's
deep,
how it
man.
go.
You gonna have them guys be in your inbox now, sending you pictures. All right, Lassie. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, people. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
I understand what you're saying, but you can put Black and Deck out of business or suck a jelly bean through a straw. It does not matter. Sex is connection. It's mental first. So if that man is sleeping with everything, he's left mentally already. So sex has nothing to do with, he already left mentally. And once another woman comes in and she got him mentally, it's been one. It's been one. So it's like it has more. Sex is a physical act, so that's afterwards. But when a man you're dealing with, you can tell when he started distancing himself because he finds that everything you do is annoying. Everything you do is annoying. He don't want to be around you. So those conversations need to come up. Putting on different wigs and lingerie and all that. Y'all should have been doing that if y'all married. So it has to do with communication. And if after a while none of that stuff is working, you need to let him go. But he bring you something that you cannot get rid of. That's my stance.
I got me another. Hold on, sister. Hold. Man, I hope this a man. Caller, where you calling from? Male or female? You're male, man? Sir.
I'm a man.
All right. Oh, we got a man here, y'all. We got a man. Come on, that's what I want to hear from. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
You had no man call in yet?
Yeah, we had one. We had one call in. That was one. Just one man got on live. That was it. Go ahead.
Oh wow. So would you mind just telling me what's the top, just so I know, so I can stay on topic?
Well, sister, tell us what the topic is.
Why
You're my
do men
co-host
cheat?
today. Why do men cheat, and who are they cheating with?
Why do men cheat?
Yeah.
Who made up these rules? Who is to say, like, I think cheating is a social construct, and so that's something that people made up. If we look at humans as regular animals in the animal kingdom, it'd be very hard pressed to see any other animal keep the same partner throughout their lifespan. Mm-hmm. You know, you're gonna sleep with whoever bring the meat home, and that's just true in nature. So the reality of it is, being monogamous is harder than, of course, just sleeping with whoever make you feel good in the moment. But I want to read something to you.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Okay, while you pulling up, let me give me a funky tune then. Hey! All right.
There you go.
Go ahead.
There you go. So there's something called the Coolidge effect. Has anyone called in yet to speak about this?
No, I'm not even familiar with that. Go ahead, sir.
Me neither.
The Coolidge effect. So this was an experiment done on rats that showed something very interesting. In summary, the male rat was given a new female rat each time he wanted to have sex. Mm-hmm. And the time it took that rat to climax remained kind of the same. It was relatively low for each different partner. Now you took that same rat and gave him a female rat, the same female rat, so he was paired with the same rat, and it took that rat longer and longer to climax. And so what they found was, that rat was becoming desensitized being with the same exact female rat. And in order for him to keep his interest, he needed like renewed sexual experiences, which could only be achieved through other partners. And so that's that dopamine hit. So some people are so caught up in that dopamine hit, if we're looking at it like it's a drug or something, to where you can't consistently get that same hit from the same female. I don't care if she switch it up, she do different positions, she put on wigs. It's going to take you longer and longer to climax because you become desensitized to her. So it's about what she looked like or this or that. Some people chasing that physical hit, which is completely different than what we use to, of course, actually fall in love, which is, sharing ideas and thoughts and feelings and things like that. This is strictly physical, and it doesn't make sense to some women. Okay, how is it that I'm giving them everything and I'm doing everything for him? I'm doing exactly, I'm his personal slave, sex slave. Yet he went and had sex with someone else. You can't make sense of it.
Okay.
He's chasing that dopamine hit.
Hey, brother, let me say something in conjunction with what you just said.
Of course.
I'm going a little Afrocentric. Y'all know I'm into blackness, but I've learned through the Afrocentric movement, our nature was to have, men nature was to have more than 2 or 3 women.
Yep,
we have many that we can afford, to have.
That's
now,
true.
you can't go out there and get you 20 women and you can only take care of 2. You know what I'm saying? That was our culture. I'm just saying. Now, whether you want to say it's right or wrong, I'm just explaining. I'm going to give you another example. Okay, in this society, New Year's begins in January. In the Afrocentric society, where we come from, it begins in March. New life begins in March, in springtime. So it's a difference. So New Year's don't start when it's harsh. New Year's mean new life. That's what it means. New beginnings. So I'm speaking from an Afrocentric point of view. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Go ahead, brother or sister.
Well, so with the theme of that, so I would go beyond just it's our culture. I think it's in our DNA.
Okay.
And so look at dogs. If we look at ourselves as animals, we have to look at other species to see how they behave. They say a quote unquote bitch in heat. What does that mean? This dog is ready to mate, and they are going to mate with whoever is available.
Yep.
Women go through a certain time throughout their menstrual cycle. Certain times in the month, they're more horny than others. They can tell you that. And they might look for a suitor. Now, they may downplay how they choose and suggest that men are the only one out here picking and choosing and laying and playing. But they do the same thing because they're human beings and they're sexual as well. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to look at us as humans and see that some of the things we try to subscribe to and try to live up to are just human rules that we put on ourselves, but it goes against what comes natural to us. Exactly. So we're going against nature by trying to be monogamous. That's why so many people can't achieve it, because it's not natural. It's just not. And so I just want to let people know what we're up against, and you got to look at the science and all this other stuff. I mean, that explains why, again, a woman could be beautiful, and you want to separate the actual act of sex versus the things that she can do for you. She could be a beautiful person and do everything for you, but that got nothing to do with what I'm trying to feel right now, what I'm trying to get off.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I could come home every night to you, give a kiss to the kids and all that stuff, but I could go to the laundromat and mess around and sleep with someone within the first 10 minutes because that's just how things go. But I'm going to still come home and provide and all that other stuff. And so it doesn't make any sense. And so when you try to confront these men, they can't explain it. I don't know why I did it. I just wanted to feel something, and I want to feel something different. I got a rush from it. I got my dopamine hit. And so you have to look at the science and take some of the social stuff out of it, of what we're supposed to do and being monogamous. I think you got to look at us as animals, and you have to look at the science, and it perfectly explains this behavior. That's all I got to say.
So you saying, man, we got animalistic behavior?
A lot of us do.
All of God's species. We're all animals. Now, we may not look at ourselves as that, but if you do look at humans, just like dogs, just like penguins, it makes perfect sense. So we're not above any of them. sometimes we try to separate ourselves from that. But if you look at a frog, they reproduce, they relieve waste, they have lungs. Like our DNA is very similar to every other animal in the animal kingdom. So what makes us so different?
Well, the only thing that makes us so different, brother, going back to the Holy Scriptures, God gave men dominion over the fowls of the air and creatures and everything in there. So we got dominion over these animals and all that. So we are different from them. So I'm just saying that. Go ahead.
Yeah, similar.
Well, of course, we're going to think that, but a human gave us that. Of course, from a human perspective, we're going to feel as though we have dominion, and it's our world, and they live in it. But I'm sure, according to them, we live in their world. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we're going to think we're superior, but we're only able to think from a human perspective. Okay. But if you break that down and just look at us as animals, it all makes sense.
Okay, I got you, brother. Let me take the next caller. I got you, brother. Peace out.
Okay.
Got you. You gone?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think I had somebody named Ronnie. There's other brother called Ronnie Lake. Okay, I had a brother. One just called from the 296 number. Call right back. Live, uncut, unedited. We learned a lot out here, we people. What's going on, bro?
No, how you doing, man?
I got me another man ready to talk. Come on, bro. Talk to us.
Hey, just real quick. I'm just listening to a little bit, whatever.
Okay.
What's going on. Let me just say real quick, man. I mean, just using a little bit of the knowledge that we actually have some common sense. First of all, I'm just gonna say myself, going to being I'm a born again believer. I'm not a Christian. I don't believe to that, but I believe in Yahweh and His Son Yeshua. Okay, and everything He's done in terms of salvation and everything. I believe in that. Okay.
Okay.
So let me just say this. So if we go back to the Word, and the Word says we were created in God's image. Okay. If you're created in God's image, in the way that means all of His faculties, His character, and everything that He is, a reflection. I mean, you're created in His image, all right? So the idea that we actually would be somehow subjugated to acting like animals, that's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Because we're using lust. You say, okay, let's say, for instance, we say, okay, it's in our genes to do this, to have 90 women or whatever. Okay, let's use food. Okay, we all got to eat, right? We have an impulsion to eat. We have we got to survive to eat. It's in us. We have to, you have to eat to sustain life. So in the society that we live, you don't just get up and just go steal food. You know what I'm saying? You just don't go nowhere and just take it. Now you can grow it yourself, but within the realms of the rules that we live in and the laws, and being able to do what is right. I don't go to my neighbor's house and break in his house and go steal all the food out of his refrigerator just because I'm hungry. So in the same way with lust, and that's exactly what it is. It's lust. Because the thing that's going on now in the last days, I see, is everybody's trying to make all of these excuses for not being able to have character and morale and morals. It's like, okay, now the whole thing is this polygamous stuff, and we want to use the Bible and say, well, they had 20 wives, they had all kinds of stuff in the Bible. Back then, people, back before everything became so genetically crazy, people God used to allow you to be able to marry your own family and stuff, whatever. But because that became so lustful and crazy, He set a stop. Because it became simple, He set a stop to that. So even though you may say, it's not in our nature to do this, whatever, relegating ourselves down to animals, that's crazy. That you're a dog or a monkey. Because what you're saying is, this thing is so much in us, we can't control it, therefore just let it run crazy. Now, what if we did that with crime? What if we did that with everything? No, there has to be a part in there where you control that. That's why in the end, it's going to be your decision in the day that you stand before Yahweh. You ain't going to be able to blame nobody else. No, what did you do? Doesn't matter what nobody else told you. What did you decide? Because the only person you got control over is you. You take on to marry that woman and to provide for her the 3 P's. Provide, protect, and penetrate. That's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take care of her in all the realms of her being. And then in return, as the woman that God created out of, that He pulled out of man, she's to help me.
Sir, can I ask you a question? The question is, I'm asking just a question. The question is, why you think men cheat, man? Even having a beautiful wife, a family, they got the three P's: protect, penetrate, and provide. Why you think? And that's what we're trying to get to. We know lust is number one. What else can you tell us as a being a born again person?
I think just I, I think you have to just recognize that that part is the natural God. You remember God put that in you to reproduce.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. Think of the millions and millions and billions of sperms that men have.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many eggs do women have? Do you know they have counted pretty much? I've got with the number. There's an actual number of eggs every woman has when she's born, when she's created. So think about that. Billions of cells, and then versus the number of eggs. So naturally, you're going to have that thing that's pushed in you to procreate. Now, people try to say that's because you're supposed to have more than one or whatever. No, not necessarily. It's the idea that no matter what happens, whether it be wars, famines, or whatever, it was set in us to be able to actually reproduce. That's the whole point of it. And if you recognize that walking down the street, there's always going to be something in you that's what a man has in him. He wants to be able, that's naturally for him he wants to be able to spread his seed. That's just natural. Just like it's natural for you to get hungry. It's natural, but you don't just go satisfy your hunger any way you possibly can. When you get hungry, I would just go break and kick into the Kentucky Fried Chicken and jump over the counter and go grab chicken just because I'm hungry.
Well, let me ask you a question. Since you're a spiritual brother, and I believe you are. Now, if we're born again, wouldn't that break what we feel naturally, or would that uproot that out of us, that passion that's in us? In other words, what I'm trying to say in layman's term is, okay, now it's natural for a man to want to put his seed out there, but when God comes into Yeshua come into our lives, as you say, brother, don't that destroy that ability that we yearn to do? Don't it destroy that spirit?
And destroy the spirit of what?
The spirit of want to reprocreate our seed.
That's actually a very excellent question, because I think that's where, I can say, the problem. That's where all of this comes in. Because I think we think because all of a sudden when you actually are born again or redeemed, that all of a sudden that the physical part goes away. I don't know where that came from. Well, sex is a natural thing God created. Right? He created that. That's the whole point of it. I don't know why sometimes we act like this is something separate that somehow came about or just began to exist on its own. He created that. He knows that it's good. He created it good. He created he made everything. He made your penis. He made your clitoris. It's not like you educating God. He knows that. I say Yahweh. I hate saying God. That could be any God, but
okay.
He knows that. So it's not like you educating him. The point in it is that we think because this is something that naturally happens, that there's something wrong when we're invoked or we have that urge or that feeling. And what happens is you wind up ignoring the other things. Because even though you may meet somebody that's great and all this stuff, whatever, what about recognizing that we actually have a physical frequency that you operate on? I think people don't realize the depth of that. If you're not being able to find someone who's operating literally, when I say frequency, that's not a euphemism. I mean a literal electromagnetic impulse. I mean somebody's operating literally on your frequency. What do you think that is when you get with one person and you're with them, you have a certain kind of attraction, then you get with somebody else who could be more attractive, have more money, have everything, and you don't nowhere near have that kind of attraction? What do you think that is? There's something way beyond the physical part that we don't recognize the depths of how God created this thing. So no, that doesn't erase nothing in terms of when you actually become redeemed or born again, I have a relationship with Yah. No, that don't erase nothing. But it certainly puts in perspective how powerful He made it. And it's not for you to go and yield it like giving a 2-year-old a 44 Magnum. That's a lot of power. But when you exercise and understand what part that plays and that it's just real. You're telling your young man that's real. Hey man, look, you're supposed to love vagina. Thank God you do. Better than hearing you say you love penis to my son. You're supposed to. But you're not supposed to discover that until you get married. That's the other problem.
Mm-hmm.
Once that cat gets out the bag the wrong way, which most of us learn being involved with sex in a very sinful, ungodly manner. You learn it from the world and everything else you're seeing. You never get. Do you really think that you'll ever be able to enjoy the real confines of the communion of sex on the level that God intended for you to be? Do you think you'd ever be able to enjoy that more doing it God's way than you would? I mean, doing it the world's way, or doing it the way that you've been learning the world than you would God's way? That's impossible. God made that. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to do everything now, from recreate life to growing organs and pigs and everything else. You ain't never going to be able to duplicate what he made. He is the architect.
Mm-hmm.
So when you move outside those bounds, yeah, you're going to have issues. You're going to have all kinds of problems. But see, you don't realize that because you're being bought into all this other crap we've been fed, like all the mess they've erased from our culture and where we came from in terms of as a people, as a Negro people. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they had people who had 10, 15, 20 wives and stuff like that, whatever. Does that mean that that's the right way to do it just because you read in the history books? You can read all kinds of stuff in history books. There's rape in the Bible. There's all kinds of stuff in the Bible. It doesn't mean that you need to go do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's because it matches with being able to have more than one woman, because that matches with that urge, and we see, you know, the numbers, or we're having this discussion on a talk show, that doesn't make it right. No more than you sit up and argue that maybe somebody that's been sexually abused when they grew up, it's okay for them not to get jail time because they went to abuse somebody or they were sexually abused. No, wrong is wrong. It doesn't matter why. We got to look at what you actually are doing. And when we look at the black family, I'm going to say the black family, when we look at all this mess that came about in the 70s with everything from freaking welfare services and dividing up the family and the man leaving the home, you can see a complete connection towards the way we went down a destructive path. Once they started dividing up the family, dividing it up, that man is the key. And if you're not devoting yourself to be able to find a man with character anyway, then of course you're gonna have problems. Because character doesn't mean I'm not gonna have the urge. Character doesn't mean I'm not gonna be able to see the negative. There's always gonna be some woman with a nice body and nice in that thing. Always, a man wants to conquer. That's what he does. That's naturally in him. But you got to recognize, hey, that's natural.
Okay, brother. Okay, brother. I got to go. My doorbell ringing. Thank you so much. All right.
Okay.
Bless you. Go ahead, Chris. I got to. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to say this. To his platform, to everybody out there. You don't, and not criticizing our sisters or anything, but you don't get a brain surgery to do dental work. You know, not saying that everybody have an opinion, but I don't think the women they can get on here and voice their opinion, but I don't think they really know what's going on. So, and nothing against my sister Vera, my sister Leslie, the doctor he bring on here. I love y'all all, but like I said, you can't get a brain surgery to do. Even though both of them doctors, you can't do let no brain surgeon do dental work. You can't. It just won't happen. So I'm speaking. Why I think black men cheat is because I wouldn't call it cheating, and I agree with the pastor who he was right on, who just called him before me. But it's in us. It's in us to, you know, we weren't born. This is something like we do our own. It's not in us to just be with no one woman. I don't cheat. When I'm with a woman, that's who I'm with. If I'm not with a woman, I'm not having sex. If I'm not in a relationship, I'm not having sex with no women. That's me now. Back then, and when I was in my 20s and 30s, oh yeah, I was hell on wheels. But now, if I'm not with a person, I'm not sleeping with them. I don't sleep with.
Hey, Chris, hold on. Are you echoing on that end? Because somebody said you echoing. Is it echoing on the end? I don't know.
So let me turn this heat off, because I'm sitting in here. Am I still echoing?
Okay. I can't hear, but they say you echoing. Is he still echoing, people? Yes or no? Just say testing, Chris.
Testing, 1 2, testing 1 2, testing.
They said not now. Go ahead. You good?
Okay. And Martin, we weren't born on this earth. This just my opinion. I'm not an expert, but for me, my opinion is we weren't put on this earth to just be with one woman, man. We wasn't. It's in us to do that. I'm not. They put that on cheating. People, man, labeled this cheating, man. Man labeled cheating. We wasn't put here to sleep with no one person, man. Men wasn't put here to be with no one woman. As hard as we try, it's not. Because if you go look on the Discovery Channel or the Nature Channel, when they go tap into them tribes in the woods and out there in the wilderness, they don't do that, man. I know I'm gonna get a lot of disagreements, but if you go out there with the untapped, where society and politics don't play a role in things, they out there, man, them tribal men, they can sleep as long as you can take care of them, or whatever the ritual, whatever they have is, that's what they go by. And a lot of them have many wives. And I know I'm giving another flat. Yeah. And like I said, Martin, when you went there, nothing against the women, but you can't, when women come on here and speak, they can't speak on this topic. I don't care how educated they are. They're not a man. Nothing against them. Just like if you put on why women cheat, I can bring my opinion and why, but really I wouldn't have no opinion because I don't have a clue on why women cheat. I wouldn't. Like I was saying, like doctors, you can't get no dentist to go do brain surgery. They both doctors, but certain things we can't speak on, and certain doctors can't speak on other doctors. But that's all I'm saying, man. I think that we weren't born to sleep. Why everybody doing it? It's more than not. Do it make it right? No.
You gotta hold on, man.
Because society speaks right now. We implemented this, that marriage and all this certificate and all this. You go way back in history, man. Dude, I challenge everybody to go read back, way back. We brought this into existence, as far as this marriage and this piece of paper and this ring of being symbolic of being, being married. That wasn't way back then, man. We brought all this in, Martin. Men, we wasn't with no one woman, man. Not saying that I
Brother Chris, let me I got a woman right here. I want to see what she got to say. Here, just stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Stay right there.
On here. Yeah, okay.
Okay, stay on. Go ahead, Leslie.
Okay, so I'm back on, and I agree with Chris. He's right. Us women, we cannot put ourselves in a place to say, why do men cheat? The reason of why they cheat. Again, when a man have lustful ways, they do what they want to do. You cannot fulfill them. I don't care what you're doing in the bedroom. But I called back because I really wanted to talk about this. I really don't read the comments, and I'm not a drama-filled person, but I had to get back on here because I see a troll or a hater online on the platform. First of all, she said something about how I see a lot of single women, unmarried women on here that has a lot to say about how to please a man. First of all, don't hate on me because God hasn't sent me my Boaz yet. So no, I'm not married. I have never been married, and I'll be 40 years old in March. Don't hate on me because I'm not afraid to tell and talk about how I will please my man when my husband, when God sent that man to me. I had to get back on there and say that it's nothing wrong with a woman feeling confident within herself to know how she'll do or what she'll do for her husband to be when God sent the Boaz to her. So I just wanted to get on there, Martin, and say something else. Tell them women to stop hating on a confident woman. Come on now.
All right now. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. All right, Chris, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Which one is it natural? Be honest. Which one is it natural for us to so-called cheat or not cheat? It's hard. Men try not to cheat, man. It's hard because it's not natural. It's not natural for us to be with one woman, man. Some have mastered it, like myself. Not trying to put myself on no pedestal, but like I said, when I know better, I do better. But coming up, my parents never taught me about the birds and the bees and all this. And if they did, your natural body gonna want to go out there. We want to explore. We want to conquer. That's in us. It's not a bad thing, man. The society is making this a bad thing. It is. It's not a bad thing. It's a bad thing when you out here sleeping with 1 million women and having these kids and you're not taking care of these kids, man. That's a bad thing. But as far as the natural act of sexual relations, it's not a bad thing. But if you choose to be with 10 or 30 women or one, that's what you choose. But men need to stop being honest with these women in telling them, man. And I know the reason why they don't tell them, because if you go tell a woman that, like when I was younger, when I used to do, well, yeah, I got 3 other women I'm sleeping with, them women gonna look at you like you're crazy. And it's going against everything I believed back when I was younger. If I tell her this, I'm not gonna be able to get her. Now that I'm grown and older now, I don't play no games, man. I tell a woman, hey, I'm with somebody, I'm doing this, I'm single, and I choose to be single because I want to. Like I say, I'm alone, but I'm never lonely, you know. So it's to each his own, man. But man, y'all need to start coming, letting these women know, because sometimes that's all they want is a booty call.
Okay, Chris, hold on. All right, caller, you know who this is. Vera, call it back again.
Come. I've been on this slide. You know you on my subject, right? You know I like
this. Hey, y'all, hold on, Vera, hold on. To be honest with y'all, I stole this from Vera today. I stole this subject.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. You know I stole it. Go ahead. But I told you. Go ahead.
You never stole nothing from me.
Go ahead, Vera.
But listen at this, Martin. I just want to clear this up because I don't want anybody to take anything that's being said personally. Martin, everybody is speaking from their own level of understanding and from their own opinion. When I heard the sister Leslie come on, I almost wanted to tell her to sing to some of us. But I don't believe that Shantae, she wasn't speaking to anybody in particular. She got a valid point. Shantae's been married for a minute, and she was just saying something that all married women say, because I've been married now going on 20 years, and I don't let anybody bring me no bones. As a matter of fact, I don't listen to everybody's opinion about how to move when it comes to my marriage. And so I understood where she was coming from a married woman. And I don't believe that she was the person that was trying to attack anybody or assassinate anybody's character. But for those people that's listening, you got to pay attention to who you listening to. The reason that I'm glad that Chris came on, and the guy that you had on before, whoever that was, the one that just spoke before Chris, coming from the Bible, that's a bad brother, because he was bringing some very good points. And Chris just said something that I said when I first came on. None of us can speak why a man cheats. How will we know when we women? That's why I was very clear to say I ask questions. I've been doing this for over 8 years now. I ask crazy questions just to get real serious answers. And the only thing that I was telling women to do is don't wrap yourself up into why a man do what he do. Because you can't never understand why he doing what he do. The only thing you can control is what you doing and how you doing it. And if we stick to that and not necessarily being faithful to our man, but being faithful to our belief and to our understanding and to our a role as a wife and as a woman, you'll never be so upset and mad and bamboozled about what a man do that you can't control. You can't measure no penis. And just like these men said, just because you fine, just because you fit, just because you all that in a bag of chips, it don't mean that a man won't go out and do what he need to do somewhere else. Your only concern is, as a wife and as a woman, is that if you go out there in them streets and you do what you do, you better cut your ass on a razor blade and sit in a cool pool of alcohol before we get back to the throne. And as long as he can go out in the street and dump and come back home, the real truth is, woman, you ain't got a whole lot to worry about, because only God can judge the adultery. Only God can. And if you decide to leave your man, don't leave because he was cheating on you, because a man can't never cheat on you. He can only cheat on himself. I'm not calling in no more, Martin. I just had to say that. And Chris, keep on bringing heat. Soften up and come on up out the corner and start hitting, throwing punches, and do it like you do, Chris, because we've been waiting on you.
Make it
Hey, Mike, I usually don't do this, but I read one of your comments. Neil Williams, he want me to I'm gonna read this. Every culture can have as many women except for American culture. You know why? Because they accept that. They accept that our American women, they don't accept that. It's and when I say it's a season, when I say men, it's a season for that, man. You don't know what's going on. Men can flip and flop, man. You know, we flip and flop. So sometimes we can be in a loving mood, and other times he might want to go out there and dibble and dabble. For what reason, we don't know. That's why we men, we have to provide, and that's part of providing. Not making excuses for men, but maybe sometime a man, he know his family is lacking and need a bag, and that woman get that bag, so he got to go over there and put it down. You never know what the reason is, or behind a man's action. But I say again, men, if you out there cheating for no reason, with no sense of end to the end, don't do it, man. Stop. Let these women know. Give these women a choice. If they want you, they're gonna sleep with you anyway. Not in all cases, but in most cases they will, But like I say, man, it's harder, Martin. Now I'm trying to say, I'm not justifying that men have a million women, but it's not natural. Because if it was natural, it's more natural for us to go out here and sleep with other women than even the ones that never cheated before. It's in them, man. It's in me. Even though I don't cheat, it's in everybody. All men that cheat, man. It's in us. And it's hard. I'm speaking for me. It's hard for me to pull back because I want to be out here on the market again, on the circuit. But it's hard. So what I'm saying, to me, is not natural for us to be with one woman, man. It's not. It's hard. Every man come on here. I'm asking y'all this question. Speak on this. That's my truck get cut off. I'm asking you this. It's hard for us to be with one woman, man. It's hard. Because we can look like, oh, she didn't make my eggs right this morning. I'm not making excuses or this and that. Or we visual, so we can be like, man, because we can see a woman with a nice shape and a big booty and pretty face and be like, man, you can be sleeping with your wife or your girl, and that's still cheating. Men ain't gonna say that. A lot of men ain't gonna say it. They can be with a woman thinking about some other woman they seen the day before or earlier today. It's not natural, man. That's all I'm saying. And I know women on here saying, that's BS and all that, but you can say it. Your man or your husband ain't gonna tell you.
One woman said you got to be disciplined. One woman on there said you got to be disciplined.
You can take the most disciplined person in the whole world. He have a beautiful wife. They got a beautiful family and everything, and put him out there with them women and watch what happens. It ain't about
Chris,
that, man.
Let me ask you a question now. Now, me and you in the same boat. We got basically all girls. Now, will we want somebody to marry our daughters and have a sexual appetite like that, 3 or 4 different women and all that, even though they may be taking care of our daughter or something? Would you want that for your daughter in this society?
No, we don't want that.
Keep it 100.
No, I don't want that, but it's not the end of the world. I'm 100% against that. I don't want nobody doing that with my daughter. I don't want that, man. But life is life, though, man. That's part of life. And anybody come on here, like all these trolls on here that be saying, oh, he must be angry. He been hurt before. Name me one person on your platform. Go look in the mirror. Everybody been hurt. We all been hurt. It's how you deal with the hurt, how you rebound from the hurt. Yeah, I've been hurt years ago. I don't, that's the least of my problem. I'm just passionate, man. I'm very out front, I'm just, and they take my, he angry, and I'm just passionate, man, on what I believe on and what I speak on. That's all.
Chris, quit worry about what they think about you, man. Get your truth out, speak your mind, and go on, man. You can.
I don't. That's one thing. I don't care what nobody say about me, because guess what? Chris don't do Chris, and guess what? The place I'm in now, Chris got me here. Didn't nobody else get me here, but Chris got me here. But women, just know that it's cheating, okay? Because that's the word. It's cheating. But no, it's always a reason behind that cheat. It can be you're not doing something right in the bedroom. You don't cook right. He sees somebody else that he want better. That's part of it. But most I'll say 9 times out of 10, he just got a lustful heart, and that's all of us. We all born with this. We not taught to cheat. We cheat. We taught to have one woman and be with her for the rest of your life. We taught that. We not taught to cheat, man, and that's what we doing. So you tell me. I asked you the question, Martin. We taught to be married and have a family and raise that and be with your wife, but we not taught to cheat. But a lot of people doing it.
That's just the nature, you know. Some like you ain't got to teach your baby how to cuss or lie or cheat. I mean, it just come natural. It just is in it. You know, we are creatures. We're born in sin, brother. We're born in sin. So if we born in sin, that means we're gonna commit sin. The scripture said, "Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me." That only means that the very nature I was born in, I was born through a sinful man. So I'm going to have sinful desires and sinful things like that. So that's what that brother was talking about. He's born again. That when you're born again, it gives you discipline. It helps you out. It kills that urge of want to go sleep with this one and that one and this one. It's self-discipline. Chris, listen, the platform that I got a lot of beautiful women. I mean, they very attractive, got it going on, but I have to make a decision to myself. Do I want to play or do I want to get my message out? I have to ask myself that, brother. Is it about me having pleasure or getting this message out to my people? So I have chosen to get the message out to my people. That's what I have. I'm just giving you my personal testimony.
Right. You know what, Martin?
Is it difficult sometimes? Yes, it's difficult sometimes, brother. Yes.
Okay.
And I have to fight.
Right. And I asked this question to you. You 53 now. Go back to when you was 23. If you had this platform, what would you be doing?
I'll be hitting every woman on this platform, but you better believe it.
So it's discipline, but it's a sense of we older now. We know more now. And it's knowledge too, man. It's knowledge too, brother.
Yeah.
Because
you know it is all that what you said, Chris, too, man. My thing is, man, I said earlier, I don't want to use nobody or misuse them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here trying to take advantage of nobody because everybody got feelings. I got feelings. I've been hurt. You've been hurt. If I keep on living, I might get hurt again. Who knows? But it's too late in the game for me, brother, to be playing games. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Same here. Yeah, the same here.
It's too late in the game for me. I ain't got that much time on earth. I mean, and if I do, what would be my health status? Would I be independent or codependent, you know, on somebody to help me? You know what I'm saying? You don't know. So I'm just trying to make these days my best days, if I can use that term. Because as we always say, Chris, both of us say the same thing. I believe I got more days behind me than I got in front of me. That's me.
Amen. Yes.
And the church say what?
Hey, you know what, Martin? Hey,
all right, bro.
I love women, man. I love looking at women, and I know that's my lust right there. I used to act on it when I was younger. I still love looking a beautiful woman. I don't care what. I love it, and all these.
You can't help but see a beautiful woman.
I don't care. I don't care if they've been married 100 or 1,000 years. And what's a beautiful woman to me might be a beautiful woman to you. We got our own different opinions. So I'm saying what's beautiful to me, I like looking at it. I don't care if some of these men been out here married 100 years. When you look at, if you look and turn away, okay, but if you look and you lusting. Me and lust, man.
You take that double take, that's lusting, huh?
Yeah.
That double take.
You know it, dude. What, you know what I'm saying?
You're giving in to temptation.
Yeah. And if you get
giving
there.
in to temptation. And you know what, man? I've helped a lot of families and I've helped a lot of beautiful women. And I've told them, say, you're beautiful, but I'm not here for that. I'm here to help you. You know what I'm saying? To help you. And it has to be disciplined. When you doing community work, brother, the worst thing in the world you can have, you don't want somebody to say, hey, girl, he a hoe. 304, brother, if I may say that. He sleep with this one and that one and all that. He got this wink at him. He going to try to go to bed with you. You don't never want that reputation. You know, you want to keep yourself righteous, you know, when you're dealing with the public and when you're helping people at all times. Even if I wasn't dealing with the public where I deal with them, I still want to be right. I want to have my morals. I want to have my integrity. My word is my bond. That's the only thing that I have is my word. You know, I don't buy friends.
Right.
You know,
And,
I make friends, but I
right.
don't buy them. Go ahead, brother
You know
Chris.
what, man? I'm sitting on here trying to give women game, but like I say, they don't want to hear the truth, man. So maybe it's above their head or whatever. They don't want to hear the truth, man. They don't. But I
Well,
got
Chris,
to
if we can save one, man, if we can save one, some heartaches and pains, I think that'd be our job well done.
like, and you know what I love too, man? I don't love it, but oh, my man would never cheat on me. He would never. You don't know what the he a man.
Well, you're right. Let me just say this to those of out there, and this goes for the both males and females. You don't know what nobody else doing. You only know what you do. That's
And,
it. Now
and
you
you
might
can't
have
control it.
confidence or faith or belief that your partner won't go outside of what you got going on, what you two got going on, your relationship or marriage. So I just say that. I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. Got to. Go ahead, brother
And
Chris.
like I say, when I say I don't say I got to tell the truth. I got to speak my truth from my experience and from my surroundings and from my environment, what I'm bringing you. And people want to quote me on here saying that he know everything. No, I know everything about Chris and what he experienced, so I'm telling my truth. So speak your truth. I can't say what your truth think, but I know one thing for sure and two things for certain. Men can't speak on women and women can't speak on men. We can only speculate in that because a true man, he can get his point across in different ways. Maybe I don't speak proper English and all that, but one thing I am a communicator. I probably don't use the big fancy words, but you know one thing for certain and two things for sure. I always get my point across, man. I don't care
Yeah.
if I have to speak in sign language or whatever. If that's what I have to do, or Ebonics or whatever I speak, I'm gonna get my point across, man.
Yeah, let me say this, brother Chris, too. Like I was telling Vera earlier, I don't know if he was on here or not. I said, Vera, as a man, I wouldn't know how it feels for a woman to have a menstrual cycle. As a man, I wouldn't know how it feels to be carrying life in your stomach, life in your stomach, or giving birth to a child. As a man, I could never experience that. Now, I might be educated about it, but I can't experience that. So where I'm going to is, women, you'll never really know a man. You'll know of a man, but I'm more qualified to speak on a man, especially if you're a man, because you are that. We are different. Males and females are different. We think different. But God put us together to help one another, be a complement to each other. I'm talking about divine order now for those that believe in that now. So that's what I had to say on that, Chris.
Right,
And
and
the
I'm gonna
church
go.
says what? Amen.
Amen. I'm gonna go a step further than this. You can take the smartest woman scholar who been dissecting men for 50 to 60 years, and she been on men, dissecting them up and down. And you can take the lowest drunk man out in the streets, and that man know more about a man than that scholar do. That's all I'm saying. Cause he a man.
Okay. All right, people. I want everybody to get themselves a hand. We about to end this program, man. I'm about to get out of here. I'll tell you. Thank y'all so much. Ladies, I hope y'all learned something. I sure did learn something today. Thank Vera. Thank Leslie. Thank Shantae. Thank the first brother that came on here. Thank the other brother, the spiritual brother, the born-again Israel brother. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every last comment. Whether if I agree with you or not, this is a platform. It's open. It's for us. Whether you straight, gay, Democrat, Republican, male or female, hey, this platform is open for you to express yourself. As Chris say, express your truth, your experience. That's what I say.
I got one thing to say, man. I
Go
love
ahead,
Vera,
bro.
man. I love Vera because she put on here that a woman would leave her husband to go be a side piece to another man. Instead of working on her marriage, she'll go be with a lustful, cheating, and be a side piece to it. I love it, man. And that's the truth, man. They would leave if a woman cheat on them, if a married couple cheat on a lady, she's cheated on by her husband, she'll leave that husband to go be a side piece to another man. That's all I'm saying. I love your show, man. Keep up, and yeah, discipline do play a part in everything. Because as we get older, we assume that discipline role, man. We have to. That's knowledge. It's discipline. That's all tied in one, man. But I love your show, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. and I love it. And y'all, to all my black women out there, I love y'all. And to all the pretty women, I love y'all. Hey, and
Okay, people, I want to say something too, Chris. We're going to be moving this show to YouTube probably next month, people. Not right now. I'm just giving you a warning so you can go subscribe to my page, Martin G. Johnson. I have almost about 3,000 people already, so I'm just letting you know on YouTube. Some of these recordings will be on YouTube, so we will be moving these talk shows to YouTube. So it's gonna be to a point where everybody gonna have to call in, unless I go to on StreamYard and bring it in that way. So thank you so much. Thanks, Chris. Man, we appreciate you. We was looking for you last night. They was asking for you. I called you last night. They said, "What, Chris?" I don't know. I said, "Chris might be busy." So we was looking for you last night.
Hey man, I was cleaning. I was cleaning my house, man.
All right, brother. All right,
Okay.
Black Power, Black Love, Black Unity, Black History
Black
Month as
Power,
well.
baby.
Peace out. Peace out.
Peace out. All right.